What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the Z-6 Rotary Cannon. It was manufactured by Munitions. This is the same company that would introduce the Galaxy to the thermal detonator. This weapon has a lot of resemblances to a real-world minigun that you can see in a lot of helicopters. But this weapon was specially designed to be able to be handled by a single trooper. Of course, that is if the trooper received specialized training. It was able to be carried into battle because this massive gun only weighed 16 kilograms or about 35 pounds. That would be extremely heavy for a standard weapon, with a fully loaded M16 weighing less than 9 pounds. But considering how this gun is very specialized and extremely large, its 35-pound weight isn't too crazy, especially when you consider that a lot of this weight is supported by being connected to this sling. It costs 5,500 credits, which is about the same cost as 5.5 DC-15S blasters. This weapon wasn't trying to be extremely accurate, but was balanced in a way that as long as the trooper could lift it and hold it up, they would be able to send bolts downrange in the enemy's general direction. A rotary assembly would spin each of these 6 barrels. These barrels were all made with special materials that would cool off quicker than a regular blaster. This quick cooling feature, combined with the fact that each barrel makes a full rotation before it fires again, meant that it was very unlikely for this gun to overheat, despite being able to fire up to 166 discrete, fully powered shots per second. But a problem that both the clone troopers and manufacturer Munitions realized is that you simply couldn't carry around enough power packs. By making this gun mobile, you couldn't run this thing off of a ship's power generator, but you instead had to run it off of individual power packs. And although it seems like they're saying this gun could hold 6 power packs, each of those had to be replaced after 200 shots, meaning that this amazing gun could only be fired for a little bit more than 6 continuous seconds. And this doesn't even address the Tabana gas cartridge, which we gotta assume is being used in this weapon, since it's pretty much the standard way that plasma bolts are created. During the Clone Wars, we saw this weapon used in a whole bunch of different battles, but it was mostly used by ARC heavy gunners, though there were tons of other clone troopers that used it also. Though some of them discovered another problem with this weapon, was that sometimes, and somehow, this weapon could jam. After the Clone Wars, this weapon saw use with Jedi General Ram Koda's militia. He survived the Great Jedi Purge by making his own militia that wasn't comprised of clone troopers, and his fighters were able to use the Z-6 heavy repeating blaster during the Battle of the TIE Fighter construction facility above Nar Shaddaa. Well, that's it for the Z-6 Rotary Cannon, but there's also some cool facts and some behind the scenes stuff. Because it was actually based off of miniguns found aboard combat helicopters, sometimes in production, this thing was called a chain gun, and there was a bunch of different types of chain guns in Battlefront 2, the Clone Wars Republic Heroes, and even Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. Each of these were slightly different, and sometimes they were called a Z-6 Rotary when they weren't, and other times they were called a chain gun when they were actually a Z-6. And the design team for the Clone Wars said they took inspiration of a single soldier wielding a chain gun from a bunch of different movies, but specifically from Predator. Well, that's it for the Z-6 Rotary Cannon. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment down below if I missed any cool facts, or if you have a suggestion for future videos. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MetaNerdsLore, so you can see us build Star Wars props and cosplays, along with some other cool Star Wars stuff. If you want to help support this channel, check out the description below for our Amazon store and our Patreon. And be sure to subscribe, because we're making videos like this every single day. But more important than all that, remember, if you want to invent your own rotary cannon, make sure it can shoot for longer than 6 seconds, and the Force will be with you, always.